Live here. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. There we go. All right, guys. This is already. There we go. This is the Michigan Youth Wrestling Podcast. I am Coach Puckett. This is Coach Greg Hoke. We coach at Alpha Elite. This is our first podcast. We're still getting things kind of under control here. Never done a podcast before, but I figured there's not many youth podcasts. Let me go this way. How's that? That's better. There we go. There's not many youth wrestling podcasts. We are going to talk about high school a lot too. Try to bring in some names and things like that. This is in my oldest son's room. We are going to end up switching and eventually cover a wide array of topics. But I don't know. We figured you guys want to hear, I'd like to hear some youth names, so we thought about, just coming out with a podcast and talking about tournaments and teams and coaches that we like, philosophies, everything. Pretty much Michigan Youth Wrestling. Although there are some awesome wrestlers from other states that we've met this year that I'd like to talk about some of those guys too. Let's get this one lighting right. How's that? Is that better? No, not getting better. It's not too bad. That's all right. All right, let me get it out of the way. This is my extra medium shirt. Looking at Alpha Elite, it's the only clean one I had, and I had to grab one out of the bin. And this is the biggest size I had today, but I wanted to represent our team, so I got this small one on. But maybe it looks like I got some guns or something. All right. All right, Greg. So, any topics you want to? What should we start with? We're gonna talk about our team. Tournaments. We want to talk about stuff like tournaments we've gone to this summer. I think maybe begin there. All right. Let's start with, what was your favorite tournament that we've gone to this summer, and why? And who stood out to you as a wrestler? It can be, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. And then let's talk about our sons, that we get that out of the way first. But we'll do that first. So go ahead, sir.
It's hard to say my favorite because there was a lot of good ones this year. I think my vote has to go for Bootleggers. Gatlinburg, Tennessee is awesome. We had our first really highly competitive high school dual team at that tournament.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And then our kids did very well individually in that tournament too, which is always good.
Yeah.
So I think that was my favorite one.
Wrestler that stood out, Bootleggers. Bootleggers is at the same place as the Bear. It's a New Way tournament. And this was down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It was really cool. This is our second year in a row going to Bootleggers.
Yep.
So.
I think the wrestler that stood out to me the most in that tournament was the kid from Missouri, the 13-year-old kid.
Oh, Noah Mathis.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got a bright future.
Yeah, this kid, actually, do you have your phone? Some of these kids I'm going to ask to pull up on track and you can see their track. Anyway, this kid is, dude, he looks like he's 17, but he's 12 or 13?
He's 13.
He's 13. You can look up his track. It's Noah Mathis. He wrestles in a bunch of the All-Star duels. But he's a Tulsa champ. He's wrestled for I think he wrestled for our 15U in Gatlinburg, right? No, high school.
High school.
Yeah. Dude, and he...
that was a different tournament.
Yep. He beat, I think, a 4-time high school champ at that tournament. No, we lost to the 4-time.
But it was close.
It was close.
Match, yeah.
He beat everybody else. This kid... He looks old, but he's 13, and he wrestles like seniors. This kid is awesome. His name's Noah Mathis. He wrestles for Missouri Outlaws. I remember that kid.
Yeah.
My favorite tournament this year, man. All right, I have two. I'm gonna go back. One of the funnest tournaments we had was Sparty,
It's a good one.
and my favorite,
Tough tournament.
yeah, my favorite. I'm gonna have to say, man, Gatlinburg's tough, but I'm gonna have to say the Cowboy Rumble
The Cowboy Rumble.
in Missouri. Yeah, another New Way tournament. Cowboy Rumble. It was good. Our high school team took second place. We're an all year round program, so we send probably 3 teams at least once a month, sometimes twice or 3 times a month to tournaments around the country. If we have one in state, we try to get in state too. But so this was one in Missouri. It's called the Cowboy Rumble. We sent 3 teams, an 8U, 15U, and a high school. Our high school team was stacked, and we took second place there. We could have won first. It was very close. We lost to the Missouri Outlaws. No, we beat them.
Elite Athletic.
Elite Athletic Club. That's
They
right.
lost by like 6 points.
Yeah.
A couple of our best wrestlers lost some tight matches, some close matches
Yeah.
in that duel.
So that was probably my favorite tournament because it was cool. We had a huge Airbnb. Mr. Greg Hoke rented it for the team.
That was awesome.
It was like, I don't know how many rooms.
It was like, I think, 7 rooms.
7 bedrooms. I think it slept 16. But we had a bunch of the team drive up with us. We carpooled. We had like, I don't know, three cars or more go. Teams. We had kids from Ohio on our team. Illinois, Indiana.
Yep.
So it was kind of cool because everyone came in the same house. We got to meet a lot of, like, everyone's not on the same high school team, even though we coach locally here. But like Alpha Elite, like we kind of train everybody. So we had like a bunch of kids from local teams, even some teams that we're gonna end up wrestling. But it's just cool to build them in the summer. But let's see, that was cool. The team house was cool. Talking to everybody.
$1 million view.
Oh yeah, it was on a mountain. So like, man, it was really cool looking out over the mountain. The team, I think more of the team, like everyone coming together. We had kids from Dundee on our team. Obviously the Ohio kids. Who else am I thinking of? Oh, the kids from Leslie. Those are some of my favorite kids out there. But my standout wrestler for the tournament, New Way gives out a most outstanding wrestler banner, and we gave it was between Tim Key, who's from Indiana.
Illinois.
He's from Illinois. Tim Key, he wrestles 187. I'm sure some of you guys know him. He's really good.
Fun to watch.
Really fun to watch. It was between Tim Key, Max K. He's from Ohio. I think he's ranked 2 in Ohio. Max K and Avery Lane from Dundee, right?
Yep.
You can go. Huh? Oh crap! You can. Okay. Avery Lane. We went with the people who lost undefeated or either just lost once, and they all lost once. 2 of them were flukes, and then Avery's loss it should have been 9-9 into overtime. But Avery Lane wrestles he's a freshman, incoming freshman to Dundee this year, which if you're not from our state, they've won, man, I don't even know how many state titles in a row. At least 6 in a row, probably more. I'm pretty sure. Which one is the one that won like 14 titles in a row? Is it Lowell? Hudson's Division 4.
I was gonna say, is it Hudson or is it Lowell?
Hudson Division 4, Dundee D3, Lowell D2. I'm pretty sure it's Lowell.
It might be Lowell.
D1, it's DCC Davison. DCC was killer this year.
Last 10 years.
Yeah.
DCC Davison.
Yeah. But that was my favorite tournament, and we ended up giving my standout wrestler was Max K. He was our 145 pounder. He's a very intelligent wrestler. He's well rounded. He coaches, like, he's into the duel. Like, he'll watch every match. He'll be there, like, helping coach. So
A lot of fun to have.
yeah, I think Max was awesome. He's on our team for this coming tournament too. We got a tournament September 9th and 10th called Pandemonium. It's another New Way tournament. What do you think, Greg? There's a lot of people. I don't know if you guys have heard this or not, but there's like some people boycott New Way because of some crap that happened years ago. What do you think about New Way tournaments?
New Way tournaments are my favorite tournaments, I think. It's been awesome to build these teams, and throughout the year we keep on recruiting more and more outstanding wrestlers for our dual teams, and they keep coming with us to the next tournament. And so we're building the team, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I like New Way mainly because in the summer, where else can you wrestle? Like literally everybody, like high schoolers, like a lot of teams say, oh, we wrestle all year round, high school teams. And then they'll wrestle, and then freestyle and Greco will be over in April, and they'll be done. That's not all year. Like wrestling till April or May isn't all year round. That's why I like New Way, because they offer, you can do freestyle, Greco, jiu-jitsu, you can do MMA, yeah, youth MMA, there's arm wrestling. You can do all that like at all the tournaments, and you can do it like at every tournament. And they're the only ones, I think nationwide, who offer tournaments. I don't know how many they do a month. I think they at least do 2 a month.
I think it's 2.
Yeah. So
they're a lot of fun though, because we always get Airbnb, we get the team together, we have a lot of fun with each other. That's another reason why we keep getting these kids back. They're having a blast with us going on these trips.
Yeah, man.
And it's keeping it fun.
We got nearly the same team 3 or 4 months in a row. Especially the high school. That team's doing awesome. But yeah, so New Way, like in the summer, this is how I think of it. In the summer, when you wrestle, let's say during the season, say this is you, and say you took 4th at state, and you're trying to catch the top 3 guys, and this is you during season. Say you guys practice 5 days a week. Probably 5 days a week, and you got tournaments. So practicing 5 days a week. Every team pretty much practices 5 days a week. So you guys are going up. Say one team, like a couple weeks, they take a couple days off and they have like a 2 day a week of practice or a 3 day a week. This is how much you gain on it. Then maybe you're here. And then it goes here. And then you guys are all practicing every week. So the guys are working hard the same way you get here. In the summer, mostly everybody, there's a lot, only the really serious guys are wrestling. So in the summer, that's where you make your gains. Everybody doesn't even realize that. And I'm not talking summer like April or May. I'm talking like the summer, like May through now. You know what I mean? So you're here and they're here, and then hey, we practice at Alpha. We practice at least 4 or 5 days a week. So, and it's 2-hour practices. So let's say, what's that? Is that 10-hour practices? 10 hours of practice a week?
All summer long, yeah.
10 hours of practice a week all summer long. You're here. You're here. You're here. You're here. Pretty soon, you've got we've wrestled at least probably 100 matches this summer, maybe more.
And going to the New Way tournaments, I mean, that's where the competition is.
Yeah.
We're getting mat time with the best kids in the country.
And the good teams are there. Dundee, they always have kids out.
Yep.
Goodrich, they always have teams out. CC, they got their guys out there. There's just, man, the top tier teams in the state. Hudsonville, they've got kids out. If not as a team, then they're joining teams and wrestling individually. You can tell. Emily City has been sending a bunch of kids out. They're going to, I mean, I know they're in our league, but I feel like they're going to be really good this year too. Because all their kids wrestled pretty much all summer, a bunch of them. But anyways, like you're gaining, and you just 10 hours a week you're gaining, and this guy's sitting here at home. Oh, we're taking the summer off, or baseball season. Like, dude, you're just gaining, and then by the time the next season starts, you're way ahead.
And then, not to mention, just the Greco and the freestyle can be huge for your folk style wrestling too.
Yep. Yeah, learning all positions of the stand-up. I know the rules are a little bit different, but your throws, you just get confidence in the summer. I love it. This isn't live, by the way. This is our first one, so we didn't want to, be boring or anything. But we will go live, and then we'll be able to like take questions or read people's comments and stuff. But if you comment now, we'll get it, and then I'll reply to your comment. But what are your favorite tournaments that you guys have, like New Way, during the year even? Big tournaments that I want to hit this year.
We got a couple planned right now.
Yeah.
The Grappler Fall Classic,
Yes.
Super 32s, Tulsa,
Yep.
a couple of them.
So we're going to our next one. We're headed to Pandemonium, and that's September 9th and 10th. That's a New Way tournament that's coming up, less than 2 weeks?
2.5 weeks.
Yep. And then after that, we have Grappler Fall Classic, like you were saying. That's at the end of September, right?
Yeah, that's going to be a big fun tournament.
That's all. Everybody come. There's kids that are from every state that come there, and man, there's an elite division. Everybody there is good. Like, and it's like it's kind of like Sparty. Everybody, like, hey, if you haven't been wrestling, you go to the Grappler Fall. Like, everyone's gonna be there.
And we have incoming high school students, and we're trying to see where they can get ranked.
Yep.
So it's important for that.
Yeah. So we're going to Grappler Fall at the end of September, and then we're headed to October Super 32 and Tyrant duels. Tyrant Hall of Fame duels are in Ohio. This will be our first time wrestling with them, or for that company, but that's down in Ohio. Supposedly it's really good. We're headed to that. Then November, we have Tulsa Kickoff. We're headed to that. What else is in November? Oh, Bavarian Brawl.
That's a good one.
And then December, Sparty. We do want to hit Gladiator. What was that one in Nevada?
There's one in Vegas, right?
Yeah, what is it? Gladiator Combat? Not Gladiator.
I don't remember the name of that one.
Supreme. Dang it.
Is it Supreme Gladiator?
Supreme Gladiator, I think it is. Yeah. Supreme Gladiator in Nevada. That's going to be cool. We want to hit some tournaments out west. Cool places that we've been this year. We've done, obviously, Kalamazoo,
Yeah, Kalamazoo a bunch.
Lansing,
Branson, Missouri.
Branson.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Gatlinburg. We switched. So usually we go either New Jersey or Gatlinburg. Last year we went to New Jersey for Summer Nationals. This year we did Gatlinburg. Or not Gatlinburg, Branson. Gatlinburg.
Last year we did Myrtle Beach. We didn't do that one this year.
Oh yeah, we didn't do Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Dirty Dons or something like that. Yeah. But we travel. We're trying to get an all-girls team going. All right, off the top of your head, just random right now. Some of the best girl wrestlers right now that you've seen.
My son just wrestled one of them, and what is her name?
Cecilia Williams.
Cecilia Williams. Yeah, she's outstanding girl wrestler. She's placed at Super 32s. We've watched her beat a lot of high-level boys.
Yep. She was on Who's Number One?
And my son was nervous to wrestle her. It was a good match.
Yep.
She's very good. So she's probably the top one I've seen.
All right. So you took Cecilia Williams. I'm gonna go with a younger girl who's super good. I wish I had my phone so I can look. Stella Grayer. I think she's 9.
Oh wow.
That girl's a beast, dude.
Okay.
Like, she's gonna be, if she continues how she is, she's gonna be on, I think, an Olympic team, or she's gonna go to college. At least I can say that for sure.
And that's the big thing about the freestyle too. Like if you want to wrestle past college, it's going to be freestyle or Greco, right? If you're gonna want to wrestle on a world stage, so.
And isn't that weird? You know, Canada doesn't have folk style. Canada only wrestles freestyle. Did you guys know that? Canada only does freestyle Greco. They don't have folk style.
They send a handful of kids here to wrestle folk style.
Oh yeah, that was USA. It was at the USA.
Yeah, and they
freestyle
were at
Greco.
Bavarian last year too.
Bavarian Brawl.
Yeah.
So okay, Stella Grayer. There's a girl at our club who's, dude, I'm telling you,
The girl from Yale.
yeah, her name is Ariana. she is gonna be a beast. I can't believe she's a first-year wrestler.
Dude, I think we're gonna put together a really good girls team eventually.
I think so.
Because there's enough of them out there, and we have a few of them coming through our building training with us.
Yep. She's an 8th grader. Did you know that? She's an 8th grade?
Yep.
Dude, she's an 8th grader.
She's gonna beat a lot of boys this year.
Dude, I wish I could have her, like, our 125, 130 spot, even 117 on up, is, like, super good for boys. But I wish I could have her on one of our spots, man. She's that good. But you guys are here. Her name is Adriana. I forget her last name.
Forget too. She wrestles at Yale.
But she's from Yale. Yale's got a couple good girl wrestlers. We have a lot of young good wrestlers on our team. Girl-wise though. Sabrina Noss, everybody knows her. She's gonna be an Olympic if she's not already. Who else?
Oh, there's another girl that Adams wrestled before that's
Nikayla Dawson.
one of the top girls in the country. And he had a really close match with her at one of the Warzone tournaments.
I wonder if it's Nikayla Dawson. Did she run legs?
Yeah.
Nikayla Dawson's pretty good. I don't remember where she goes, but I think she's the dude from Dearborn Heights. He wears his hat like it's a flat bill. He's got long blonde
this girl
hair.
trains at Michigan Rev.
Well, I think
Mario.
Mario's kind of getting all those girls now. So he, like, right now, off season. So they might not be part of Michigan Rev, but right now they're training there. Like, I got a couple girls from, or not girls, but I got a couple friends from Detroit Jiu-Jitsu, and they have Detroit, I don't know what it is, Detroit Jiu-Jitsu Wrestling Club, but they train at Michigan Rev right now.
Oh, gotcha.
So Mario's kind of taking over that wing for the girls wrestling. That's good. But we want to get a girls team together. K through 8, if not like a high school, and then eventually get all 3 like we signed for the boys. But
It's definitely growing.
yes. All right. So tournament ideas. Practice rooms. Yeah, dude. Okay, so what do you guys think about training? All right, so we're coaches here at Alpha Elite. Training at different clubs, I think, is an excellent idea, especially in the summer. You can get good looks from other wrestlers, and different coaches have different philosophies, and you can pick up certain things from different coaches. So some of the best rooms that I could recommend right now, if I go like nationally even, I would say Pursuit Wrestling, Bracken Mead. Those guys do a good job. They have Pursuit Ohio. It's in Columbus. And then they have, even though I hate Columbus, but I love Pursuit. And
There's a lot of good ones nationally.
Perler's good.
Young Guns.
Young Guns is really good. Yeah, that's a good camp. They both have those 30-day camps. Which his son Adam Hope just got back from a 30-day Perler camp.
That was a really good camp.
Actually, after this, we should bring him down and have him talk about it, see what he liked about that. But Nick Simmons, I think, probably one of my favorite coaches in the local area. I think he's one of the best. Nick Simmons at SAW.
Super high level guy.
And you know what I like about it? Like, I think I'm like I've told you before, not told you like sounds stupid like that, but I feel like I have a different coaching style and wrestling style. If you guys don't know, I am a former professional MMA fighter. I do jiu-jitsu now, and I'm a former wrestler as well. So like I feel like wrestling is changing a little bit. I don't know if some of you can tell or not, but I think the game of wrestling and the style is changing a little bit, and I feel like I can see it. So like right now, from my 4-year-olds on up to my high schoolers, I teach some things that are like, according to like a traditional wrestling guy, it's unorthodox, but they work. Like, and I think Nick Simmons is one of those coaches who's done both, and I think he's ahead of the curve too.
Yeah.
Nick, and I think Mario's ahead of the curve. But
So Saw.
Saw is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Pursuit. What about you? Your son. You guys go to Saw. You dropped in at Saw.
So my son goes to Saw, and I take him there mostly for the freestyle because Nick is just an animal in freestyle.
Yeah.
And but it's a really good room. There's a lot of high level kids in there, and he pushes the pace in there.
Nick Sorrow goes there, doesn't he? Or is that his club or no?
That's his club.
Nick Sorrow's good. Nick Sorrow's number one.
As a freshman, right?
As a freshman. He's a freshman?
He's going to be a freshman, I think.
Oh my goodness, is he really?
Pretty sure.
He's I think one of the wrestlers at either Clarkston or Oxford put out a top 10 and pound for pound, and then they did a top 10 in every division for all the weights. And Nick Sorrow was the number one 106. And I think pound for pound.
And he's out of Saw.
Would you agree with that?
You know, I haven't watched him wrestle enough. My son has wrestled him, and it was a close match. I don't know. I haven't watched him wrestle enough.
I would say
But there's a lot of good kids at that weight. Wyatt Lease.
that's my number one. And also, you know what? Like if I had a favorite besides our kids, if I had a favorite youth wrestler that I've seen in the past, it's Wyatt Lease, dude.
Local.
Yeah, that kid. Anyways, he's a freshman and he won the 106 title. And Sorrow he's in ninth grade this year going into
I'll tell you, Wyatt Lease is very unassuming looking.
Yeah,
too.
nope, yeah.
Like you wouldn't think about looking at him, but
Dude, that
the kid is good.
And you know what? He did what we do now. That kid wrestled all summer long. I remember looking like years ago when I was coaching, like, oh, I used to follow Wyatt just on track, looking, oh, where'd Wyatt go today? But I noticed that's when I first started noticing, like 5 years ago, this kid wrestled all summer long. And then just like the last 2 years, he's taken like a little bit off in the summer. And now he won the high school title as a freshman.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a four-timer, dude. I just don't see anybody, especially younger than him, beating him.
Yeah, that kid is very good.
So I would put Sorrow. I'm not sure if he's coming into freshman, really. I don't know why I felt like he's a freshman last year.
And then they just wrestled recently, and
Sorrow beat him 2-0
decision.
Yeah, that was
so that's why he got the number one overall ranking for the weight.
Yeah, must have been.
Well, man, a 2-0 match, that can go either way.
Yep.
You wrestle
Yep.
10 times.
And then, dude, freaking DCC's loaded at 106. It's crazy. They got, I think Wakawiak's at 106. I don't know if he's gonna go 113, but wasn't it Lease against Wakawiak in the final? The little redhead kid, short,
And
he's
they
older.
both go to DCC?
They both go to DCC.
Oh, wow.
I think they both met in the final. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they both met in the final. And then they got, do you remember Ryan Totten?
Yep.
He's going to be a freshman this year at DCC,
At 106?
and I think he's going 106.
Wow.
But I don't know if Wyatt... Okay, so here's the thing. I was talking this with Anthony. If you're Wyatt Lease, do you stay at 106? Or do you start getting heavier since college is coming and you're going to... But he's a freshman. You know what I mean?
No, Wyatt Lease will be a sophomore.
He's going to be a sophomore, yeah, this year. I want to hear your opinion, and I'll tell you mine.
That's a good question. I guess you got to look around at the competition. Who's at the next weight up? What's his main goal? Does he want to be a four-timer? Does he have a goal weight for college?
I'm sure he does. I bet he's going to go to Michigan.
Because, like I tell you, I haven't seen that kid in about a year because he wrestled in high school and we did the youth circuit. But he's only 106 pounds right now. I know his dad's a pretty big guy. He's got to end up being like 150, 160.
Oh, he cuts a lot. I know he cuts a lot already. I can tell. So what do you think? You stay? You think you what would you do if it was your son? You just won. Say Adam's going into ninth grade next year. Say he wins the title. Just say 106. Say Adam wins the title. Okay, so now it's a year later. Are you keeping him at 106 or are you moving him up to get closer to college?
I think I would probably want to bump him up But then you also have to look at the structure of your team and how you want your team to do and what's going to be the best for the team.
Well, individual though, you can do separate than
Oh,
the team.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think if it was me, I don't know what he's gonna do. Especially Mitch Hancock. He's got 3 killers there. Totten didn't lose last year in youth. Wakawiak lost to Lease. I would move Wakawiak to 113. Wyatt Lease. I keep Wyatt at 106, dude. He's a state champ. If he wants the spot, it's his. And then I would make Totten and Wakawiak wrestle out for 113. What does the loser do? Wakawiak's stocky though, so I don't know. Who knows? He might go up a weight, another weight.
It's really hard right now to try to guess what weight these kids are going to go. Some of these kids we haven't seen all summer.
Yeah.
They have growth spurts. You might think they're going to go 106, and next thing you know, they're
He's like
140.
130. Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Man, so who do you think is going to be? Okay, let's go D4. Let's go pound for pound. Who's going to be the top team high school this year?
DCC.
I think so too. Because, especially team, because what they did last year for team, they bumped Wakawiak up. They're going to have 106. They got Darius Marines back, number 1 at, 167. Connor Bercume, sophomore state champ, at 215.
I think I would put Dundee at number 2.
Dude, really? I think so, maybe, right?
It'd be between Dundee, Hudson,
Oh, dude.
and Lowell, right?
Goodrich.
Goodrich.
Goodrich is good. They lost to Lowell, though, last year, didn't
Yeah,
they?
so
You know what? I don't remember who Lowell. I know they have Bloom still. Man. DCC, I would agree first. Overall. Man, Dundee or Lowell, D2. What do you guys think? I would say Dundee. I guess I would agree. Probably Dundee too. Especially if Avery said he doesn't know if he's gonna break the lineup, and that kid's good.
Yeah, that kid's really good.
Dundee 2, Lowell 3. Let's give a top 3, pound for pound. Who's the third team, Lowell or Hudson? I gotta say Lowell. Hudson's got Nick Sorrow. Forgive me though, I can't think of anyone else who Hudson has. Nick Sorrow, I know they're really good, but I can think of Nick Sorrow.
I think Lowell's got the track record.
They've won 14, the last 14 state titles, I think.
Yeah, I think those would be my top 3.
Are we missing anybody?
Well, I mean, there's teams that I'm expecting to take a step back, like Davison.
I think they will.
I think they'll be really good, but I just don't think they're going to be as good as last year.
They got state champs returning. They got Justin Gates, right? Gates is returning. They got Calvin. I think Calvin's going to do great. Calvin Martz.
Calvin Mars and
Jacob Garris.
Jacob Garris, yeah, we know them.
That'll be good. Who else I know we're missing somebody huge. Justin Gates, Calvin Martz, Jacob Garris. They got one more state champ there that I cannot think of his name.
Yeah, the kid you did the open house for, he's going to college, right?
Yep, Caden Horwath. He's at Michigan. He's redshirting. So Horwath is gone. Barr is gone. Goodness, who am I thinking of? I think they have one more state champ
I'm not sure who that is.
that's there, but they have. I want to say they have 3 state champs that are returning. And then I expect a big year from Garris and.
I just don't think that's enough
Cal-
to hang with DCC this year.
No, I don't think they beat DCC. I don't think they beat DCC.
They might end up top 3.
I don't think so either. I don't think top 3.
You don't think top
They got to
three?
beat. Dude, Clarkston's good too. Clarkston beat them last year.
Oh, did they? Beat Davison?
I think that too beat Davison.
I know they beat him in football a lot.
That's not live, is it? Oh, okay. I heard my voice. I was like, what the heck? Clarkson? Who beat Davison last year? Do you remember? Oh, they beat him in the regular season, but I'm pretty sure Davison lost to Clarkston. Am I right or wrong? I feel like I might be wrong now.
Sure.
Look it up. Look it up. MHSAA. And I'm 40, guys, so I'm an old man. I don't have my memory's not as good as it used to be. So, like Kenny Chesney, I'm with the here and now.
Good once as you ever was.
Right. There's Toby Keith, my boy. While he's looking that up, I want to talk about some of my favorite. Man, I don't want to talk about my favorite wrestlers, I guess, because I'll miss some people that I'm not thinking about right now.
What do you think about? About how many leagues your club wrestles? Because we have 3 local leagues and we wrestle all 3 of them. We know a lot of clubs just pick one of them. We like to get all the mat time we can.
Yeah.
We have a tournament every single weekend, and some weekends we're doing a Saturday and a Sunday tournament.
Yeah.
And so we're practicing 4 to 5 days a week, and sometimes on the weekends we're wrestling 2 tournaments.
Yeah. Nemwa. We do Nemwa, which is like the northern, if you guys don't know, for youth wrestling. Nemwa is Northeast Michigan Wrestling Association. So it's pretty much all the teams in the north, and a lot of those teams, that's all they have is Nemwa. But we do Nemwa, we do MMWA, which I think everybody does that. And then My Way is the biggest one. I think the hardest one too.
I think the toughest competition at My Way.
My Way.
For most kids, yeah.
State championship ceremonies though. My number one,
Romeo.
they lost. Romeo beat Davidson.
The division one, Romeo and Seth Davidson reached state somehow.
Dang, so that was Romeo. And they're good this year
they're
too.
Good too, and they're close to us.
Yeah, I forgot about Romeo. They were number 3 all year last year.
They've had some really good kids come out.
Huh?
They have a good kid on the team, like Bryce Holt.
Who?
Or something cool.
No, Bryce
Cole
Holt.
Katzer? Where's Cole
He
Katzer?
said Bryce Holt.
Oh, Bryce Holt. Yeah, Bryce Holt. He follows us on Alpha. That Bryce Holt's really good from there too. They have a bunch of brothers though. The Holts.
Well, Adams wrestled
Bryce and
Tristan.
Tristan Holt. Yeah.
Yeah, I beat by one.
Yeah. They're good.
Overtime win, yeah. Tough match.
Yeah.
But just getting all the mat time and just giving your kids 3 opportunities to win a state title, I think is something that we do for our kids that a lot of clubs are not able to do.
Yeah. We wrestle Nemwa, MMWA, and My Way. A lot of mat time. Some clubs, like I'm not even gonna say, but some we just get the minimum out. That way we can hit some national tournaments. We try to hit like toughest competition tournaments to get our kids ready for states, you know, and that's high school as well as the youth wrestlers. But my favorite, I'm gonna wonder your order. State finals ceremonies for youth. My favorite is number 1, My Way, number 2, MMWA, number 3. Nemwa I like because they have the March of Champions, which My Way does too, but then they have this ceremony at the end where everybody watches everyone get the trophies, and they announce how many years in a row they've won it. I think that's cool.
The other cool thing about that is that they let the coach get up there and give.
The coach hands out the trophy.
The coach gets to hand out the trophy, which is awesome.
So, My Way is my second one because the competition, like, when you win My Way, like, you feel like you're the state champion, I think. Because that's the entire state, man. And then MMWA is my third. I like the trophy, but I think, I like the organization as well. I just think they need to, they're kind of old school, which a lot of people like. But they're coming around.
I think I would put mine in the same order. I would say though, Nemwa has been the most fun to Petoskey that time of year.
Yeah,
Such a cool place. Snowmobilers took over the town for the weekend.
Yeah.
All the snow up there, but they are growing out of the building we've been in the last couple of years, so they're gonna have to find a different venue.
Petoskey High School, that's a really nice venue too. I like that.
But I mean, it's just so packed in there now. I mean, which is a good thing. The organization's growing. Competition gets better when that happens.
Yep. Okay, so before we move on, why don't we talk about our team and like the wrestlers, and then we can talk about our kids. That way, everyone knows who our kids are. That way, we don't have to be like when we have lists, like who's your top wrestler here. You know, it's not like a bias. Obviously my kid's there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
We have high hopes for our kids this year.
yeah,
They've been working hard, man. I know they're out here working just as hard as anybody else or harder. And it's so much fun watching them get good.
I think we practice more than any team.
I think so too.
I think any team across the state.
And just, I mean, 2-hour practices is different too.
Yep.
You know, just that extra half hour.
We practice at least 4 times a week, and what's cool is they get to practice at Gracie Baja on Wednesdays, wrestling against like a lot of times adults.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not, the adults always don't like it so much, but
uh-huh.
I don't know, I wrote that thing down.
You did. All right. So speaking of, so you can hear who's talking off camera in a minute. Here, we're gonna bring them in and have them talk about Perler Camp. We'll talk about our kids. Okay. So, kids that wrestle for our program. We have 73 members. Not everybody wrestles throughout the summer, which is fine. You can wrestle as much as you want or as little as you want. But my kids, I have 3 kids. Actually, really, I honestly could say I have 5 kids on our team. Really, right?
3 of them competing.
Yeah,
in
3
tournaments.
3 compete. The competitors are, my oldest is Aiden Tucker. He's 167. He's gonna finally make some noise this year, I think. He's a junior, and this will be his first year competing in districts. And we transferred over from Lapeer High School to we're going to go to Lakeville this year, and our boys transferred over. We brought about 5 or 6 wrestlers over,
Yep.
transferred from Lapeer to Lakeville.
And more will be following us over there too.
Yeah, nothing wrong. I mean, should we just get into it real quick about that or no?
I mean, it's up to you, Alex. I mean, we just wanted the best place for our kids.
Yeah.
And
We want our kids to wrestle in college, make it short. Nothing wrong. I'm not going to name any coaches or anything like that, programs. But we want our kids to wrestle in college, and we just didn't feel that they were doing enough wherever we were, so we transferred. So that's it.
super excited about it.
Yeah. So Aiden, this is his first year being able to compete at districts. I don't even remember what happened his freshman year. Did he get hurt again his freshman year?
What year did he break his collarbone? That was sophomore.
Oh, yeah, this will be his junior year. So yeah, freshman year he broke his collarbone, and he was doing great before he did that. Sophomore year, last year, he had some kind of stomach virus, and he was throwing up after every meal. Like, not bulimically throwing up, but like he couldn't hold any food down, and he was losing weight, so he had to be homeschooled for all last year. So we missed the entire season last year. So it's his junior season now, and I think he's gonna make some noise this year.
I think he's gonna do good.
Especially moving down, we were D1. We wrestle everybody, so it's not gonna matter. But I think, especially down at D3,
Yeah, just when it comes to the state tournament, but we wrestle a D1 schedule.
Yeah. So and then I have Andrew Tucker. He's going to be a freshman. I wanted him the red shirt. He is a super talented wrestler when he wants to be. I think if he puts it all together, he can make a whole bunch of noise
I
too.
think so too. At 113 pounds, right?
Yeah. He's gonna be 113. Huh? Tommy's trying to get down to 106. Yep.
Yeah, we've got a good starting lineup for sure.
Yep. For Lakeville coming
And it
up.
just gets our first like 6 or 7 wrestlers are really, really good.
Yep. And then the heavier part is the middle part is good too. Once we get there. And then my last kid is AJ Puckett. He's my youngest competing wrestler, and he's a phenom. If I could pull up my phone, I would show you. But we're recording on the phone right now. But he's like 132 and 12 right now. He won the My Way state title by major decision. He won Nemwa state title by Tech Fall. He won MMWA by major decision, state title. He won New Way Nationals. He's only 6, and he competes like 10U, 8U, and 6U. So he's a phenom. So that's my youngest.
Yeah, he's gonna be a star.
I think he loves wrestling. He lives it, eats, breathes, and sleeps wrestling.
He's upstairs in a singlet right now.
Yep, he's always in a singlet. So now, like Greg.
So I got 3 kids that wrestle at the club. Actually, one of them. Actually, I've got, to be honest, 4 kids. 2 of them compete. One of them, my oldest son, Adam Hoke. He took 2nd place at a couple of state tournaments this year. He did a 30-day Perler camp, which I think was very good for him. He's got a goal of going into high school ranked this year, which I think he has a really good chance of doing
As a freshman.
as a freshman. And so he's going to probably wrestle 120 this year. And then my oldest daughter, she doesn't really like to stick to any one sport. She decided she wanted to try wrestling. She's actually naturally very good at it. She won her first ever national
Bootleggers.
tournament, bootleggers,
Yeah.
first place. And then I've got 2 little girls that are just learning to wrestle, and I haven't put them in competition yet.
I got 2 the same. I have one 8-year-old who's hasn't wrestled yet. She's wrestled for a couple years, but not in competition yet. And then one who's definitely going to wrestle in competition this year.
Yeah, so it's a family affair. Everybody's got to learn to wrestle.
Yeah. So he was mentioning his son, Adam Hoke. He went to a 30-day Perler camp, and we're going to introduce him over here. We come over here, Adam Hoke, and just have him have a seat here. Just give him a couple seconds, a couple minutes here to talk about. Just tell us your experience at Perler. You went for the 30-day camp. I guess your favorite thing about the camp, what you learned the most of, and or what you remember the most, and would you go back?
Yeah. I liked the most was.
Speak up,
like,
just
most
like
of the
I have a
takedowns.
cheap phone, so you just yell on the
I like the takedown drills that they had. Like the most memorable thing was like the whistle drills because they sucked.
Explain the whistle drills real quick.
They were like they whistle and then you have to do the drill and you got like 2 seconds to get up and then you have to do it again.
Like a takedown, like they'll drill.
Yeah, like takedowns, escapes, that kind of stuff.
So like
It
for
is
the
like-
whistle drill, they'll call a move. Like they'll be like, all right, they'll show you how to do a move. I know how they do that, right? They
Yeah.
walk through it, and then like you'll be like, all right, we're gonna drill it. Last step now, and then they whistle, and you have what, like 3 seconds to do it.
Yeah, then they just keep whistling
Like in a row, like whistle, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, whistle, 1,
Yeah.
2, and you gotta do it over. So your partner's gotta get up and hustle too.
yeah. And if like someone doesn't get up fast enough, you have to do like another 5 times.
That's pretty sweet. And that was your favorite thing
That
about
was the most
most memorable.
I like much.
Who's your favorite? Name 2 of your favorite drill partners and why.
Michael Morris, because he's like really high pace.
From where?
He's from I don't know. He said he like took 3rd in New England's.
Oh, so like
Massachusetts.
Boston area.
No, yeah, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's Massachusetts, and then for a few weeks I wrestled with like Keaton Overcast.
He's from Michigan, isn't he?
No, he's from Missouri.
Oh, is
He's
he?
the one that beat Tanner.
Oh, Tanner. Okay.
Yeah, he was high paced too. I wrestled with him for like a week or 2.
Avery beat him in the final, right?
Yeah,
Individual.
Avery beat him, like by 1 point.
Yeah.
Super close.
Close match. Yeah, he was a good wrestler.
He almost got back points in the last few seconds.
He was a thinker. I could tell he was a.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool. And why were they 2 of your favorite partners?
because they're like high pace.
Didn't let anybody slack, or was it like kind of like that the whole camp? Was everybody like that?
No.
No, there was some people who slacked.
Yeah.
Was Nick in there every day?
No, it came like I think like twice or 3 times a week.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So, would you go back?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite coach there?
Coach AJ. Yeah.
AJ from Perler, obviously.
Yeah, from Perler.
AJ, what's his last name? Do you know? No, just Coach AJ.
Yeah.
Why'd you like him?
He did like some of these like extra practices
Oh, after?
Yeah.
Goodness. And you guys
Just
were
some
already
days, There
practicing.
was like some days there were like free days for like seminars and stuff. So like they could talk, and he'd host like some private practices.
So, and then you guys were already doing 6 hours a day?
5.
5 hours a day, and then
Yeah,
those
it's
extra
two-
practices?
There's 2 2-hour sessions and a 1 hour live.
Was there tournaments weekly or something? Or anything like that?
No, we were gonna have a tournament, and then like some kids messed it up.
Oh, goodness. That's
Yeah, it was gonna be Bunk B versus Bunk C.
like a duel?
Yeah. There's coaches and everything. That one guy, Ryan, I beat the kid that you gave that BP winner to.
Oh, Max K? Yeah.
Yeah, he was the coach for our dual team.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Who's good?
Yeah.
He's an upperclassman, I take it.
I don't know how old he is.
Huh.
I think if Adam goes back there, it'll probably be like the 5-day hammer camp,
Hammer camps.
and then another long camp. We might try young
Wow.
guns.
Young Guns, yeah. I'd like to go one whenever the boys want. Look some of the Young Guns too. Sweet. Well, this is Adam Hoke. So, going into freshman year,
Yep.
how do you feel about your year coming up?
It's gonna be fun. I don't know.
What are your goals? Do you have goals
Yeah.
for your freshman year? What are your goals?
I wanna play State.
Place the state? Good. Good goal. Good goal. I think achievable.
Yeah, me too. As a freshman.
Yeah. All right, Adam. Appreciate it, homeboy. Greg Hope back in the game. So he was talking about pushing a pace at practice. I think a big thing, dude. That's got to be like every room. Some rooms, dude, you'll do like takedown drill. All right, you got 2 minutes to do your takedowns. Just go up and hit your takedowns. Like your partner's huge, because a bunch of times you got a lot of kids that get taken down and they're like, oh,
Yeah, we have
It
things
take, like,
like that. and
15 seconds to get up, dude.
It's so funny because we talked with Adam about that specific thing before he went to Perler. And that's one of the things I really wanted him to take out of that camp, and I think he did. So, I'm pleased with that.
Heck yeah. Yeah. So what do you think? Worth it?
100% worth it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I missed him a lot. It was the first time he's ever been away from me that
I got
long.
injured twice.
And,
Yeah.
I got a hyperextended elbow, and I wrestled this big guy. He was like 160 or something. He was like super tall, and it was like super sweaty and like all slippery because it was one of the live practices. And he didn't stand up, slip back, and like my tooth like flew out.
Your tooth went through your lip?
You could feel it. It was like a ball,
Sure.
a hard ball right here.
Yeah.
This kid has braces and he doesn't like to wear a mouth guard when he wrestles. So.
Top 2 favorite referees.
Top 2 favorite referees.
I want to hear yours in the comments. Top 2 favorite referees.
Okay, my number 1 favorite referee is LaRon Ruffkin.
LaRon.
Oh yeah.
LaRon Ruffkin is a good referee. I like that guy. Good wrestler.
Ruffin, right?
Is it Ruffin?
Ruffin trained? Yeah.
Yep.
Same family.
Yeah. I like him a lot. And so I don't know this guy's name, but I know who I'm talking about. He's a Hispanic guy for New Way. We talk to him all the time.
Short?
He's a short. He's got a little beard, bald on top.
Yep. I don't remember his name, but we talked to him. AJ on the way out of Missouri said, "That's my favorite wrestler or my favorite ref right there." And then we went. Were you there?
Yeah, I think so.
When we walked over to him, like he just said you were his favorite ref.
Yeah, he's good.
Yep, he's good. My favorite, probably all time, is I don't know if he even refs anymore, but the dude used to be in the WWE, or I heard he was, or at least to be a professional wrestler.
Okay.
And he's so animated. He looks like Elvis, kind of. Do you remember who I'm talking about?
Oh.
No? Dude, he used to go in and be like he'd be so animated. But I forgot. He used to be in the WWE. There's that guy. Locally, that guy, the dude that lost like 300 pounds. You know what I'm talking about? He used to be a big, tall ref.
You'd have to show him to me.
He lost a bunch of weight. Him, and then nationally, I would say the ref, the bald dude, and then I like the dude that always tells me, "Dude, you gotta start counting." Because when our wrestlers get back points, like as soon as they turn, dude, I'm like 1, 2, 3. Like I yell it so the ref hears it. And there's one ref who we joke around, and he's always like, "Hey, dude, you gotta stop counting."
We're counting, ref. We're counting.
Yeah. Every time I see him, I'm like, I just start counting. It's funny.
But honestly, Alex, any ref that's just gonna hustle to me.
Oh my gosh, get
Because
down.
yes, please just hustle around, get down, and get a clear look at the call before you make it. Everybody's lost
Yeah.
matches due to referees blowing a call, and it happens. The best referees do it, but the biggest thing is just I like to see him hustling and just trying to make the right call.
Speaking of, I'm not gonna name names, but he's a national ref. That's one ref I hate. My least favorite ref.
Big boss man.
Yeah, dude, the big boss man. You guys know. I know some of you guys have had him, dude. Anytime, like if there's a question on a call, you go to the table, you raise your hand. This dude, he'll shake your hand. He'll come up and be like, "You'll have a question." He'll be like, "Why can't we look?" Like he'll come right in your face, man. He's like, "Yes." Like I think he used to be a cop, but he comes this close to your face, and that guy is irritating, man. He takes, like, you can take it seriously, but like, man,
And
like
he
don't
just-
try to
he
intimidate.
just-
Like I'm not intimidated.
He's
by him.
honestly just disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't like that guy.
So.
But all right, so on our team, let's look at our new way team. All right, so this is for Pandemonium only. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so we're signing an 8U team, a 15U team, and a high school team. Man, I don't know if we should do that or not. I want, like, some of your favorite wrestlers. That doesn't mean everybody's, you know what I mean?
Right.
So go through.
No, I mean honestly, we love all these kids, and that's why we do this. Yeah, I mean you're always gonna have your favorites, right?
I don't want to not name people, like, because we love, obviously, you're on our team, especially every month, but there's some kids who are just characters, man. Like, he's not on our, I'm going to say his name, because this kid's not on our, there's two kids that I know you'll definitely agree with me, and I know you're thinking of the one already, and so are you.
Yeah.
But there's two kids that aren't on our
From
team
Ohio.
this time. But they're like, man, there's some of the coolest characters around. Like when we go to the team house and like before our duels. I like, number one, probably favorite is Isaiah Nichols from Ohio.
Yeah.
That dude, he took first in Missouri, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he took second. He got robbed.
Yeah, he's cutting down from.
He was coming down, bringing the kid down, and it was 4 seconds left, and the ref,
Yep.
she counted him but didn't give him the points. You remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
So Isaiah Nichols, look him up. He's from Ohio. He's really good. He'll definitely place this year.
This kid
yeah.
cut from 155 down to 138 and
Yeah.
bumps all the way up to 170.
He
and
wrestled
wins
170.
matches at 170. So
Yeah.
Um,
And he's funny, man. He's like a character. So Isaiah Nichols, Tanner Kraft. So two kids that aren't on our team for this tournament, because Isaiah's going to Super 32 early qualifier, so he won't be able to go to Pandemonium with us. And then Tanner Kraft, he's funny. He's always cool with the little kids, and he's always messing around with the coaches and stuff. So those guys, Tanner and Max, those guys are cool. The Leslie boys, I call them. Those guys are cool.
so the other one I really like, I know you're gonna know who I'm talking about because this
Oh,
guy
I got it
is
already,
always
dude.
smiling.
Yep, Big Tim Key.
I mean, you can get him mad, and I've seen him get mad, but it takes a lot, and the kid's always smiling, and he's got technique. Just, man,
Yep,
he's got crazy technique, and it's Tim Key.
Tim Key, yep.
From Illinois. I definitely
He's going to place this year.
I
dude,
definitely see him
guarantee.
wrestling in college
Yeah, I think so, too.
for sure.
He hit like 360 doubles.
Yeah.
At
So
Missouri.
the really good kid that we talk about that's 13 years old.
Noah Mathis, yeah.
They wrestled in the last tournament, and Tim Key spladed him,
Yeah, he split.
which was
Oh, he banana split him.
oh, you're right.
Yeah,
he
it was a
did
banana split.
He did, yeah.
Goodness, ouch.
Yeah.
But Tim's awesome. He's one of my favorites too, man. He's always laughing, smiling. So those are three kids that aren't on our team this time. So let's, just so we don't leave anybody out, should we make it
Dude, I mean, all these kids are awesome. Look at this high school. I mean, we got Chapa
So
Gunner.
go through all of them. Go through all of them, and then let's talk about them, and then let's pick
You want to do the high school team?
your two. Well, let me talk about some of these little guys first. 8U team. Now this 8U team, every time we get it, most of these guys are state champs. Oh my goodness! And favorite kids who aren't wrestling with us this time. I forgot about Cal Thompson, the 8U.
Cal Thompson and
Cal's the man.
And Kane.
And Kane Hunley. Kane's too old this time because they changed the age. Cal Thompson, he's out of Missouri.
Perler kid.
Perler, he's ranked number 1 in Missouri for 8U. He goes to Perler too. That kid's a beast.
Yeah,
I like it. He's always
Yep.
he does think it's man. So I forgot about that.
I saw when he was lifting weights.
Oh yeah, over there.
Oh yeah, he ran into.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was cutting weight for that one tournament. I had to cut like 15.
He was there. So Cal, I forgot about Cal. But okay, so 8U, we got 46 Weston Olvera, kid's a stud. He's out of Texas. Ty Simmons, always a character. One of my favorite
Fun
kids.
to watch. High motor.
We got my son AJ's going 52.
Yep.
Another beast, dude. 55 going for us. Dawson Bittinger out of Michigan Rev.
He's really good.
He's been training in our room a lot. That kid I think he was runner up for all 3 state titles, right? Nemwa
Took second in all of them.
Nemwa second. My way, he lost to the kid from Dundee, Briggs Poopert, I think. And then MMWA, I'm pretty sure he got second in all of them. I think he got head and armed by one of the kids wrestles from our club, Colin Bonesteel.
Oh yeah.
I think he's 4-0 against Bonesteel the year, and then lost on a head and arm. And then he lost to Briggs. That was close. I forget MMWA. Unless Colin, no, because Colin won MMWA. So Nemwa, I don't remember what happened in them. But Dawson Bittinger's a beast. Cade Fitzgerald, he just started wrestling with us. I think last tournament was his first one. Michael Futrell, those guys out of Beat the Streets, Detroit. Those guys are good. They're practicing right now too. One of the few teams that go all year round. And then I got Big Pax at heavyweight.
He's a character too.
Connor Iverson, our last heavyweight, was a fun kid
dude,
too.
The heavyweights are so
That
much
kid was a
fun.
beast.
Yeah. So
Pax is the man too.
Yeah,
dude.
heavyweight. He's the Emily City coach's
Yep.
son, right? Yeah.
Pax,
really good.
yep, his dad Josh.
We got a few kids from Emily City that we like to have on our dual teams. We got Paxton, Tanner
Land. Oh, we'll get to the high school.
Yeah.
You want to go 15U first or high school?
I'm about to go down the list, huh? 15.
Yeah, 15U. All right, we got Rocco. He's an alpha kid. Dude, kid's a workhorse. He's going 80, but if there was a 75 weight class, that's more of his weight class. But that kid, he's at every practice all summer long. One of the most dedicated kids I think we have.
Thanks, okay.
He wrestles me too.
Yeah, he wrestles at him. Hollywood, 90. Another stud. I think he's
State champ.
State champ. He's an alpha kid. State champ. 90 and I think his record is 90 and 15. Hold on, my battery's dying, guys. I'm getting charged up here.
Yep, those too.
Hollywood went to the 30-day Perler camp.
Yep.
We'll have to have him on and his dad on one of these podcasts to give you their experience. Hollywood, they're always looking for teams, and
He's always on a dual team. He was on a dual team, a national
just
team.
this last week, competition. Always looking for competition. Always looking to get better. So what's Hollywood? Hollywood's 90. He wrestles 85 sometimes. We're missing 100. We got Cooper Chester, 105. That kid is cool, man.
He's a cool kid. He's a fun kid to watch.
Indiana, right?
Yeah, he's long and lanky. He's quick.
Yep.
And
Cooper
he's fun
Chester.
to watch.
Our 110 is James Pennick. This is going to be the first time on our team, but he's beat. He won Missouri, and I want to say New Way Nationals, but he's 110. James Pennick. He's from Indiana. I don't know him well. But we'll get to know him. I know you'll probably be watching this because this is going to be on Instagram and YouTube, and I know you follow. 120. Who's that kid?
We know that kid. That's Adam Hoke.
And we'll talk about him in the high school.
Tommy.
He's not doing 15.
Oh yeah, Tommy's one that would probably be one of our favorite wrestlers. Obviously, he
Yeah.
wrestles for Alpha. He's a dedicated kid. He's not on our team, but
He's gonna wrestle for the same high school as our boys,
yep,
Lakeville.
Tommy. He will.
He's gonna do really well at 106 pounds, I think.
I think so too.
This year.
108. Yep, 108. So he'll be awesome. Okay, so 120, 130. We got Juan Mata out of North Branch, and we got Adrian Wing, another kid from Lakeville, transferring over from Lapeer.
Good.
Probably Juan's awesome. He's been trying to pick it up in the summer.
Yep. Adrian's been grinding with us every chance he gets.
Adrian, I think, is probably the most improved kid.
He's been the most
This
improved over the summer for sure.
Yeah. Adrian's work, dude, he's at every practice, just like Rocco. That kid's, Adrian's probably the most improved wrestler.
And he's drilling with our biggest, toughest kid
Yeah.
that we have in the room.
Carter Foster, 140, one of our Leslie boys.
Yep. He's fun to watch.
Fun to watch, fun to be around. He's a cool kid too. He's a character.
He wrestles up all the time.
Yeah. 150 is going to be. It's a new kid that we have. He was a phenom in youth. He's from Emily City, Brady Chipieski. And then we have a 200-pounder, Braylon Hake, out of Oxford High School. He's a workhorse too, man.
He's wrestling, trying to get it in the summertime.
Get
too.
as much work as he can. Braylon at 200. Amir will talk about in high school. All right, so we're on to our high school team. Now we send, like I said, we send teams out every month. So if you want to get on any of these teams, if we can fill it, dude, we'll send 3 or 4 teams every month. So, 108 high school, Albert Chapa Gunner, the Chapa Gunner.
So I think this is going to be another really competitive.
I think we're gonna win it. I'm gonna call it right now.
We got a good shot. This is going to be our toughest team we're putting out there for this tournament. I mean, we're stacked top to bottom. We got one void, but we're going to fill that.
Oh, we filled it. Oh, well,
87.
yeah. Hake
Oh, good.
is gonna do it. Yeah.
Well, we're full then. Yes.
Yeah, we're full.
voids. Yeah, it just gets good all the way up and down the lineup. You got Chapa and
So
then,
say one thing they do the best. How about that?
Okay.
Albert Chapa, 108. And he's got good energy.
good energy. He's fearless on his shots.
Yep. I like that sweep
Not
single,
afraid
yeah.
to take shots. He's got a pretty sweep single. Yeah.
117, Adam Hope. Who's that man?
Adam Hoke. Yeah, we know that boy.
Adam's got high motor, intelligent wrestler.
Good with his legs.
Yep. He's one of the kids that you're going to go say something and he's already doing it usually, except when he puts legs in, he needs to put 2 legs. Like clasp those ankles.
Adam, you can never tell how he's feeling by the look on
No.
his face.
Adam is, dude, he's like
He always has the same look on his face no matter what's happening in the
he's like a
match.
poker player. Like he'll win. You can't tell if he wins or loses after the match. He's just
But he wins most of them.
Shut up, Alex.
like he's the same face. Dude, when he lost the state finals, he was still. When he won the semifinals to get to the state finals match, and he beat a really good kid to get to the state finals my way. The same way.
Until I got to the locker room afterwards.
Same face. So 25, one of my favorite kids on the team.
Yeah, so Chapa, he's a K-Pack kid.
K-Pack, yep.
Adam will be at Lakeville. Then at 125, we got one of our Emily City kids, and we love this kid, Tanner Land.
Yep. Dude, I could just tell. I mean, obviously, I know now. It's been like 4 months in a row. He's a great kid. I can tell.
Yeah.
I like his family.
Yep.
He's a really good wrestler too.
I'm super happy personally to have him in our room because it gives Adam a really good drill partner.
Yeah.
And so, selfishly, I'm just super happy that he's there for that.
Yeah, me
But he
too.
is a great kid. We love having him on the team with us for sure.
Avery Lane, 130. That kid's a great wrestler out of Dundee.
Yeah.
Dude, he's super good at Greco, but he's on his feet, like he does some like nice fakes, and he gets in well. Like he's a crafty wrestler.
He's very athletic, and
Yeah.
he wrestles up to competition.
Yes.
He rises to the occasion.
Yep. Definitely. He had some huge upsets in the Rumble
Yeah.
and Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was I think he was undefeated. Well, besides that one, he should have been. 138.
And so that's a Dundee kid.
Yep, Dundee.
Then we got another Imlay City kid, Daniel Rojas. I love that kid too.
Ross is aggressive as heck. He's one of my favorite kids. Good family.
Comes from a family of wrestlers.
Yeah. MMA fighter, Adriel. Yeah.
They all wrestle. He's got a super high motor, super aggressive. I love to watch
Dude,
him
he
wrestle.
looks angry when he wrestles. That's what's fun about
He wrestles
Ross.
mean.
Kid out of Ohio, we were telling you about that won our team MVP in Missouri for the Rumble. That kid is awesome. Like I said, I already talked about him before. But Max K at 45. Eli Goins is our 55. He wrestles for Monroe High School. He's got a good motor. He's got some good shots. And like I always joke with him, I always tell him he's going up to 170, which he did one time in Missouri for our 15U team. Eli's fun to be around.
Yeah, the more aggressive he wrestles, the better for him.
Yep, I think so. Yep.
So he trains a lot with Avery Lane and over at Dundee.
Yep. Yep. 167, Aiden Tucker, my son. We already talked about him. He loves legs. Like I told you, we already talked about him. 87, Hake, we talked about him. 95.
Another Imlay City kid, but this kid's graduated and going to college. He's a beast, 195 pounder, Latham Perry.
Another character. If you look at our Instagram, you can see some of those pictures that are funny. Latham. 220. Amir Richardson. I think he's ranked second.
And he'll be our heavyweight for the 15U team
Yep.
also, right?
Heavyweight 15U.
Yeah, outstanding wrestler, man. High IQ.
Yes. He's a
Very
smart.
smart. He's another one of the wrestlers that'll sit and coach on the side,
Yep.
and he's a smart kid.
Our heavyweights, Tyler Daniels out of Warren Woods Tower. Amir's out of Warren Woods Tower too. Haven't met Tyler yet. This is going to be his first time because we usually have Tanner Kraft as our heavyweight. But this is going to be his first time on our team. So look forward to meeting him. And is that it? Anything else, Greg?
No, I think that you and I have traveled so much for this wrestling with our kids, and we see how popular it is, and there's a lot of parents and a lot of people that really love this sport, and it's just growing bigger and bigger. I think this podcast is going to be good.
Yeah.
I think we've needed this for a while,
Yep.
and so I'm happy to hear anybody's input on this.
Yeah, let me know, guys. Let us know in the comments. We're gonna have different topics coming up. Like I want to create a top 10, my own top 10, for each division. We want to talk about teams. We're gonna have different coaches in here. We'll, start talking to the coaches and bring them in. We're gonna have a new facility, hopefully coming soon, but we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, hey, like I said, we're an all year round team. We're always taking new wrestlers on. If you have a question or you want to come practice with us, 810-358-5331, or you can just send a message on here, and that's it. Anything else from you, sir?
Also, just don't forget we do jiu-jitsu also.
Yep,
We have
jiu-jitsu,
classes
MMA.
for adults.
Yeah.
Come down and get in shape and learn some jiu-jitsu with us.
Yep, jiu-jitsu, MMA, kickbox. We're gonna Muay Thai. We're gonna have.
You won't learn any jiu-jitsu from me, but learn from
Real
this guy.
soon. You're coming. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys like the podcast. Yeah, leave your comments, and we will talk to you guys later. See ya.